काव्यमाला चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और ऐसे और शैक्षणिक वीडियो देखें।
Namaste, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of my BA first year students. I'm here to walk you through your English Literature major paper, Study of Drama, and let me tell you, this semester is going to be a real adventure. We're going to travel from ancient Indian courts to the streets of Renaissance Venice, and we'll explore everything from dangerous deals with the devil to the quiet tensions inside modern families. Think of this as your complete roadmap for that journey. Now, I don't want you to look at this syllabus as just some list of rules. Not at all. It's more like an exciting map, a map that's going to lead us through different worlds, different times, and straight into the heart of what makes us human. This course is our journey together, and I'll be your guide every step of the way, making sure every idea is crystal clear. So to make sure you've got a perfect handle on the whole course, this is how we're going to break it down. We'll start with the basics, then go unit by unit, chapter by chapter, and then we'll get into the practical stuff, like exams and all the amazing career options this subject opens up for you. Okay, let's dive right in. Okay, first things first. Before we can really appreciate the genius of Shakespeare or Kalidas, we've got to get the fundamentals clear, right? Let's build a strong foundation so we know exactly what this paper is all about. All right, let's just make sure we're all on the same page. This is the Study of Drama paper. It's your Major 2 paper for the 2025-26 session, and as long as you studied English in your class 12th, you are in exactly the right place and totally ready to start this journey. So we're all set. So what are you actually going to get out of this course? Well, it's about so much more than just reading stories. By the end of this semester, you'll have the skills to trace the entire history of drama. You'll be able to analyze these huge, powerful themes like Daiva, which is destiny, and Dharma, or social justice. And maybe most importantly, you'll learn how to connect these plays, some of them centuries old, to your own life, your own world, and see how drama has always been a powerful tool for social change. Okay, now we're getting into the real heart of the course. Our journey starts with the foundations of drama, right here in India. This first section is going to cover 2 units. We'll kick things off with Unit 1, which will give you all the basic concepts, sort of like the grammar you'll need to understand every single play we study this semester. So, Unit 1 is all about the theory. Think of it like this. You're learning the language of the theater. Before we can jump into analyzing the plays, we need to understand the tools and the terms that writers and critics use. This unit is going to build that essential vocabulary for you so you feel confident from day one. First, we'll dive deep into the incredibly rich tradition of Sanskrit drama, the very root of Indian theater. Then we'll explore those big universal categories. We'll look at tragedy and ask, why are we so fascinated by stories of a great hero's downfall? We'll analyze comedy to figure out what really truly makes us laugh. We'll see how historical plays bring the past roaring back to life, and how a short, punchy one-act play can pack a massive emotional punch. Now, here's a really fascinating and crucial idea. Rasa theory. It comes from the ancient text, the Natya Shastra, and it basically says that drama isn't just about watching a story. It's about feeling a specific aesthetic emotion, a rasa. So the actors on stage show emotions, called bhava, and we, the audience, experience a rasa in response. It's a beautiful concept that puts your experience right at the center of everything. Okay, let's move on to Unit 2. Now that we've got the theoretical tools from Unit 1, we're going to put them to use. In this unit, we'll read and analyze 2 of the absolute masterpieces of Indian classical drama. This is where all that theory really comes alive. We'll start with the great Mahakavi Kalidas and his masterpiece, Abhigyan Shakuntalam. We're going to focus on Act 4, which is famous for being one of the most beautiful and heartbreaking farewell scenes ever written. Then we'll jump into Shudrak's Mitra Khatikum, or The Little Clay Cart. This play is just so much fun because it mixes romance and politics with the lives of regular people, merchants, courtesans, even thieves. It gives us a really lively snapshot of ancient Indian society. All right, so from the classical world, we're going to take a huge leap forward in time right into the modern era with Unit 3. This unit is so important because it's all about playwrights who are writing about the India we live in, tackling issues and challenges that we see all around us. In this unit, we'll dig into two really powerful modern plays. First up is Mahesh Dattani's Where There's a Will, which is a super sharp and witty takedown of patriarchy, all cleverly disguised as a family drama. After that, we'll step into a slightly scary near future with Manjula Padmanabhan's Harvest. It's a chilling play that asks a tough question. In a world with huge inequality, what happens when human bodies become just another product to be bought and sold? Now, to really get what these plays are doing, we need to understand this idea of social allegory. It's a clever literary trick where the story you see on stage isn't just about those specific characters. It's actually a symbol for bigger social problems. So a fight within a family might really be a commentary on power struggles in the whole country. And trust me, Dattani and Padmanabhan are absolute masters of this. Okay, so we've built a really solid foundation in Indian drama. Now, it's time to broaden our horizons and travel to the West. This section covers our last two units, which are all about Western dramatic traditions. We'll start with Unit 4, taking us to one of the most explosive and brilliant periods in theater history, the English Renaissance. I mean, this period was an incredible explosion of art and ideas in Europe, and the London stage was right at the center of it all. In this unit, we're going to focus on two rival geniuses who pretty much define the era, the one and only William Shakespeare and the brilliant, rebellious Christopher Marlowe. We'll be studying Shakespeare's famous and, let's be honest, deeply controversial play, The Merchant of Venice. We're going to wrestle with some really tough, timeless questions about justice, mercy, and prejudice. Then we'll turn to Christopher Marlowe's Dr. Faustus for the ultimate cautionary tale. What happens when a man is willing to sell his soul for unlimited knowledge and power? It's a powerful one. And that brings us to our final content unit, Unit 5, which focuses on modern Western drama. The playwrights from this time wanted to use the stage like a mirror. They wanted to hold it up to society and show all its flaws, its hypocrisies, and its conflicts using sharp realism and cutting satire. Here, we'll get to enjoy George Bernard Shaw's Arms in the Man, which is just hilarious and so smart in the way it completely takes apart our romantic ideas about war and love. Then, we'll look at John Galsworthy's The Silver Box, a powerful play that basically puts the justice system on trial, showing the shocking difference in how it treats the rich and the poor. They're both fantastic examples of how modern drama became a tool for social justice. All right, so we've officially covered all 5 units of the course. Now, let's switch gears and talk about the really practical stuff, what books you'll need, and, importantly, how you're going to be graded. This section will give you total clarity on the exam pattern, so you can prepare really well. Look, the full syllabus has a pretty long list of suggested readings, but the books you see on the screen right now, these are your absolute must-haves, your starting points. You have to have access to the original plays, and for the Sanskrit text, getting a good translation is so important. For example, the M.R. Kale translation of Abhigyan Shakuntalam is excellent. I highly recommend it. These books will be your main tools for success. Okay, let's talk marks, because this is super important. Your total is 100 marks, and it's split into 2 parts. 30 marks are for your internal assessment, the CCE. This is your class tests, your assignments, presentations, so it's really important to be regular and participate in class. The other 70 marks come from the final university exam, which will have very short, and long answer questions. This structure is great because it rewards both your hard work all semester and your performance in the final exam. We're getting close to the end now, and I want to leave you with a bit of inspiration. A lot of students ask me, "Sir, what can I do after studying English literature?" And let me tell you, the skills you're going to develop here in critical thinking, in analysis, and storytelling, they open up a whole world of exciting career paths.
Sure, one path is more studying, an MA or a PhD, but that's just the beginning. Your skills are in huge demand. You could become a scriptwriter for movies, TV shows, or OTT platforms. You could be a journalist or a content creator, where telling a good story is everything. You could get into the world of advertising, or work right in the theater as a director or an actor. And of course, you could join the wonderful profession of teaching and inspire the next generation yourself.
So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this question. After this little preview of our journey, which world are you most excited to step into? Is it the ancient court of Kalidas, the moral battlefield of Shakespeare, or the sharp, modern world of Mahesh Dattani? I really hope this explainer has answered your questions and gotten you excited for what's to come. I wish you all the very best for this semester.